All right, so in this video, we're going to take a look at VM Manager using OS policies. I believe that's what it's called, OS policies, yep. And so the idea is that we're going to set up a policy and that are going to be enforced against our VMs. So let's go over to OS policies and let's see if we can go ahead and create one. So we have create zonal, create global. I guess zonal, since I don't really care if it's global or zonal at this point. So go ahead and we'll see what we can do. Before we do that, I want to make sure if we can see some examples. So some examples here and see what we have. So what do we have that we can do? Well, we have no op. What does that mean? Validate and enforce the shell. So maybe this means that you cannot perform any operations via the shell. It's not really clear because it's not saying exactly what it is. But here it says resource sample, execute, validate, interpreter shell, exit 100, validate, enforce, right? So no ops, like don't touch the machine. Over here, we set up repo install package via Linux apt. So an OS policy to set up Google Cloud Monitor repository install stack driver agent for VMs running on Debian. So the idea is that if it doesn't detect it, then it will install that. So that could be something here. We have exec to all. So an OS policy ensures Apache web servers running on Linux OS. I like this one. So let's go ahead and copy this one over. Okay, so this is where our configuration management is, but it's as OS policies. Okay, so we'll go here. I guess we have to make the file, and it needs to be in a bucket. So we already have a bucket from earlier. I'm going to go ahead and open up VS Code here. And what I want to do is I want to make a new text file here. We're going to paste it. I'm going to save this to my desktop. This is in YAML format, so we'll just say save as. And you can't see this, but I'm doing this off screen. This would be OS policy Apache. Okay, so that's saved to my desktop. I'm going to make my way over to a bucket. So we'll go ahead and get a bucket here. And we'll go to this bucket here. And we're going to drop in that script. So again, I'm just trying to find that here anywhere via a Windows Manager here. We'll go ahead and drag that in, drop it in. And what I want to do is I want to, I guess we can navigate it to manually. That's probably a better approach. And, oh, we could have uploaded this entire time? Really? Really? Okay, well, never mind. I didn't need to put it in a bucket. I'm just so used to accessing things from buckets that I assumed that that's how we had to do it. So we have that OS policy. We probably could do more than one. So we'll just call this Apache install. And I guess anywhere where it's Northeast, because I always do everything in Northeast too. Well, hold on. Depends on where we are here. So let's go take a look and see where this VM is running. I still have that virtual machine running from before. So we go over to here, and we have this one. It's in 2B. So we'll go over to here, and we'll switch this over to North America Northeast 2B. 2B, yeah. Okay, so we have that. So we have match OS distribution, include VMs that match this. I mean, it's technically Debian, and we can specify a version, but we'll leave it alone. Select the wave range. Sure, we'll hit start rollup. Do you want to continue this rollout? Yes. Okay, so it's going to roll out those changes. So we're going to wait for this to finish. But yeah, that's your configuration management. Pretty darn simple, but it seems like with patching or this, these are two different ways that we can do it. But we will wait for this to install, okay? All right, so Apache should be installed now. Let's make our way over to VM instances here. And what I want to find out, I mean, I don't know if we opened up the port for this HTTP. Well, it should already actually be open if, because that's just a general port we have open up on our network here. So maybe if I just go here and take a look at the external IP, maybe it will just show us an Apache server running. Let's take a look here. Fingers crossed that it just works. Even if this page doesn't work, we can always go into the VM and take a look. I don't see anything resolving here, so I'm going to go ahead and log in. Because something should have already shown, right? So we'll go here, and we'll just see if it's installed. Maybe Apache's not started. But we can also take a look at the script that we ran and see what's going on here. So here it says, ensures that the server is running. So this only makes sense if Apache's installed. There's nothing here that says it would actually install it, right? Okay, so That makes sense. Let's go and drag this off screen here. And let's go back over to VM, our OS policies here. One second here. And if we go to our OS policies, we can see that number of VMs that the agent has reported to be compliant with a particular policy. Okay. But how could it be? Here it is. Well, this has no policies, and this one is non-compliant. So it's clearly non-compliant right now based on that current state. So we're going to go here, and I guess we'll just install it. So let's go take a look here. We'll say Google Cloud Startup Scripts, VMs. And there's that one we keep using, which is for installing Apache. So it's lucky that we have that example. So we'll give that a moment to start up, just a moment. Okay, and in here, I'm looking for this. Okay, so we'll do, we'll just install it. Maybe we can just do app install here. We need a sudo in front of that. That's fine. And I don't know if we have to start it. It should just start automatically. I guess we'll find out in just a moment. All right, so let's see if Apache is running. Actually, we just do a curl to localhost, and if it returns something, it does. Then clearly there is a website. We'll go over to here to the actual VM instance. We will copy the external IP address here, and we'll paste it over here. And this should serve up a website. I mean, we got this one, so clearly there is a website, right? Even if that doesn't return that. The question is, how often does it check for these OS policies? Here it's saying it's compliant and then non-compliant. Well, for this, okay, fair enough. One of two. So one is compliant, the other one isn't. So it actually has the agent, but the other one is not compliant. So how do we know? How often does it check? May update the required. Okay, so say, how often does OS VM Manager OS policies check for updates? So between each enforcement is 60 minutes. Wow, that is a long window. So it's going to take 60 minutes for us to find out. We're not going to wait around that long. Obviously, it's going to work, right? Because before it wasn't installed there. But now we know how that works. So I'm satisfied with that. I don't really need these policies to stick around. So if there's a way that we can get rid of our policies, that'd be fine here. This one, where's our other one? Policy, what we call Apache. It's interesting it doesn't even show our policy here. So I'm not sure, again, if where our policy is. It'll probably show up later, I suppose. But anyway, I think that we have met the needs for this video. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this instance. And I still need to get rid of this one. What is this? Oh, I still have a group running. Okay, and so I'll just delete this group. But anyway, I will see you in the next one. And we basically covered VM Manager. So actually, it wasn't that complicated as I thought it was going to be. I thought there'd be more to it, but it's really pretty straightforward. Ciao, ciao.